How do you define weak? If you get frustrated anytime they talk or anytime they have a suggestion and it's not aligned with the suggestion of the rest of the team, who is not quite as congruent as the rest? Who is like, we're in a team planning meeting and all of us are like, yeah, boom, 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 boom. And this other one just either is lacking ideas. Because again, it's like, weakest link doesn't mean you're bad, it just means you're not to the caliber of everybody else. That's participation, that's engagement, that's excitement. We cannot afford to lose $90,000 a year on somebody who is not 10xing the company. $90,000 is a lot. I don't care if you're a doctor or not. $80,000, like that's a lot of money. There's so many people that would be grateful for that opportunity as well. And that's what I've learned too. Even, I know sometimes we think that we're like limited in who we can hire and that sort of thing. When you just also are expecting the best person to come on and fill the role, it's like you start to get that. The next thing that I want you to think about is, where are you lacking? It could be systems, it could be client, it could be marketing. Any role where you feel like things are just falling through the cracks a little bit, I want you to write down what department they belong in. Is it in like client fulfillment, because they need to care for patients or they need to work with clients? Is it in marketing? Is it in systems, back-end operations? Where are balls falling through the cracks the most? Maybe if you're like, my team feels pretty dialed in, I don't feel like things are falling through the cracks, what are you doing a ton of that you no longer want to do that you would just like to put on another position? Some of you that like have really good balance inside of your business right now to where you're really only working on the things that you want to be working on, let's just hypothetically say that you're going to have a situation like Jess where she was out of the office for a month to take care of herself and her health. What would get dropped then? Because you're not working at all. Let's say that you're bedridden, or let's say that you're in Italy for a month. What is not getting done if you don't open Slack, ClickUp, Notion, EHR? What is not getting done? It takes seeing like an amazing standard to know like, oh, it's actually not impossible that I want everybody to meet my standards. It's actually not impossible to have a team that's willing to work on the weekends and late and early. Gabrielle and Nikki were messaging applicants at 5:30 in the morning and 10:30 at night in between their lunch breaks, all while they were running their own clinic. I didn't have to ask that. They just did it because of our culture. It's not just mission, it's not just values. That is the pulse of your business, is the culture. And when things go south quickly, whether it's because you initiated it or you're not leading the way that you need to, culture can turn into a cancer really freaking quick. It's why so many of you have had to like completely redo your teams this year too. The culture's fucked up, right? Maybe we got one bad apple in there and they started spreading it. I think it would be really helpful for you guys to build your own culture memo and then have team commit to it and sign it and be like, are you ready to ride? Or are you not? This is the standard. If you don't meet the standard, we're going to have direct feedback. And that's the other thing too. By no means is this team perfect. By no means am I perfect. But that direct feedback piece takes, oh, Steph's not a bitch. Steph's not intense. It's like, no, Steph is going to tell us what she thinks immediately. I think sometimes they don't appreciate it, but you guys can chime in the back if you appreciate it or not. But a lot of the time they're like, okay, thank you for telling me. Because they're like, they want to do a good job. And so they want me to be like, that was fucking awesome, or we need to improve over here, I don't know if any of you have ever felt this. Raise your hand if you have. Maybe I'm a lone wolf in this, but like, there's times when I'm anxious as fuck heading into the office. And that is the biggest signal that the culture is messed up, when you're like, the place that I busted my ass for and built from the ground up, I don't even want to go in here because I have to deal with team, right? Like that's a culture issue. And I don't want to have the conversations, right? If you have big goals, if you want to double, if you want to remove yourself even more so, and that sort of thing, a culture reset is going to be something that you guys all want to do. It's also, don't think of it as a negative thing where you're coming in like Billy Badass. It's also a beautiful thing to be like, you guys have no idea how on fire I am for this business and where I'm taking us. This is why I need you to rise to the occasion, because I'm going to blow this bitch up. And I want you to come with. And if you don't want to come with, or you're lacking the skill sets that we need, I'm doing you a disservice by keeping you on the team.